Okay, here we go. I wanted to try to do this for you, Vulcan, to help you out, man. Help you get out of bronze, hopefully. I know you're probably not feeling too happy down there, so I'm hoping that you take this in the spirit of constructive criticism and not me trying to, you know, I don't know, be a jerk or something. So I've got this game that I queued up here, one of your games, and I've got this. I downloaded this free drawing software to help, and most of the time you're playing Reinhart, so I wanted to point this out, just this basic concept here. And I haven't really used this drawing software before, so I'm going to do the best I can. But one thing that's big in this game is the concept of positioning. Can I write that? It's probably too thick. Okay, but positioning. I won't write it, but positioning. Yeah, that's a huge concept in this game. There's the sizes. Yeah, I could have shrank it down. Trying to write with the mouse is not easy, but I'll try. Position. Positioning, right? It's huge in this game. It's a huge concept in this game. And it's basically just where you are in relation to your team and the other team, I guess would be the best way I can think to put it. I'm not going to say I'm an expert on this, but so here's a basic concept. Say this is your enemy team, these orange dots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say that's the enemy team. Now we'll change color here. Just go to this one, I guess. And say this is your team. Facing off against the enemy team, right? So the basic idea, and this is a basic concept, okay? I'm not saying that, this always applies, but it's the general, I would say it's the general rule of positioning. That is that in the front are the tanks, in the middle are the DPS, the damage per second guys, like your McCrees, your soldiers, even your Junkrats, people who do damage, whose primary thing is to do damage. And the back line is generally the supports, like the healers or the Symmetras or people like that are generally in the back, right? Because, the tanks have the most hit points, and especially when you're Reinhardt, you have that huge shield, right? That 2,000 hit point shield, that the primary goal of that is to protect your team from taking enemy damage, right? But here's what whoops. This thing is going to mess with me here. I got to switch back to this. Sorry about that. Here's what I often see you doing here. Okay. And that's this. I often see you back here as Reinhardt. So the whole rest of your team is up in front and you're in the back. Which is really defeating the purpose of Reinhardt as a character, mostly. Because, yeah, you're protecting yourself, but the idea of that 2,000 hit point shield is to be protecting your team and so they can shoot through it too. Right? So, yeah. That's, really, whoever this other tank, even Orisa is very similar to Ryan in a lot of ways, with the shield and whatnot. And the same thing would go for her. She should be up in front. Even really, in most cases, I would say in front of the other tank. Like this. Like say this is a diva. You want the diva, behind that shield. Okay? So positioning is huge in this game. That's, it's one of the biggest things about it, So, there we go. We got our positioning out of the way. Hopefully, the basic concept of it. Now, I'm going to erase all this garbage. That is the basic concept of positioning right there. Now, as we go through this game, I'm going to try to point out things. And I'm not the best Reinhardt player. You have more experience than I do. But just from playing the game and watching other people play, I think I can point out some things here that hopefully will help you. So let's roll this. God, this thing's going to keep popping up. It's horrible. Let's roll this. I'm going to try to point this out. Now you got a good start here. You get a good start.
5,
Even though you're a little late to the door here, no big deal. Doesn't really matter. You get out and you charge, and you start out good. You're up ahead of your team here. See, I like that. You're up in the front. And here you go into battle. Now watch what happens here. Watch this. Okay, I want you to think of positioning again and watch what happens here. Here we go. You're doing good. You're still doing real good. That's perfect. Now, as soon as you saw the enemy, did you see what happened? You started to back up. And it was only like a couple steps, but here's the thing. Even in that case, if you've got squishies, you know, like Mercy or anybody other than tanks behind your shield, the minute you start taking steps backwards, they can go through your shield, right? And all of a sudden they're not covered anymore. So even those little steps, and watch what happens as the game goes on here. Watch. You're backing up more. Now, look, you're basically behind your whole team here now. There's Diva, there's, I don't know, who's that, Lucio maybe? There's Mercy over here, somebody else over here. You're basically behind your whole team now. That's horrible positioning for a Reinhart. See, that's where a support like a Mercy would be. You want to be literally, you know, up here on these steps almost. You know, maybe not on the steps, maybe right in front of them, but even in front of this Diva. Okay? So that's bad positioning. That's hurting your gameplay right there. Let's continue. Watch. See, look at that. Look at your Diva's already half health. Half health. She's taking damage up there. You're staying. I don't know if anybody is behind you. We can't really see, but I see at least, I think, the 4 people. Looks like there might be somebody. No, that's part of the wall there. There's at least 3, maybe 4 people on your team up here above, in front of you. That was a well-placed fire strike. I saw that there was somebody over there. Now you do something good here. I want to commend you too for your good stuff. This Ryan charges in and you punish him. I like that. That's great. You killed him. Good job. Good job. Now you're still swinging the hammer. That's okay. You know, in this case, I see there's guys there, but one thing I also notice you doing a lot is just swinging your hammer at nothing. Which, you know, I can understand to a point because, you know, tracers flit around. You never know when they're going to be there. But I think maybe you do it a little too much. I'm just going to say that swinging at nothing. You know, even if you're just waiting to replenish your shield, I've seen you do it when your shield is full, like it is right now. and one other thing I'll mention that I've seen, and I don't want to overload you with this, but I'm just throwing out the stuff I've noticed, man. Please take it in the right spirit. And that is, I've often seen you running for health packs when you have full health. I don't know if you look down here to see where your health is, but many times from watching your streams, I see you know, you'll leave the point or leave the area of battle and go running for a health kit when you've got full health. Okay, let's go on. Let's not dwell on this. Okay, that was good. You killed the Rhine. Now look where your positioning is again. You're in the back. You've got little baby Divas in front of you. One of the squishiest characters in the game is in front of you, right? And you're backing up more. Okay, now you're charging, and here's another thing I've noticed. You often miss your charges. Now, of course, you're not going to land every charge, but I think you need to try and focus a little more on your charging. I mean, look here. You're not going to hit anything here unless somebody jumps in front of you. Let's see what happens. Nope. I mean, yeah. Your charge accuracy's got to be... Now, here, you're backing up, and the reality is here, I think everybody's dead on your team. Let's see. The Genji just died. You know, that's another thing you can do is you know, check the kill feed. Your Genji just died. I think he might have been the last guy. So I can't blame you for backing up here. I mean, literally, you could turn and run here, or just die. You literally, in this case, if you are the last person alive, you don't want to stay alive. If you can't escape. If you could escape, that's fine. If you could get, you know, like head back towards the spawn room or go somewhere and hide. But in this case, it's very unlikely. So the best thing you could probably do here is just die. Because otherwise you're going to get staggered. And you know what that is, so I'm not going to go on and on about that. But, yeah, you die anyway. That's fine. You're probably the best thing there. Now watch this. Not this. But watch what you do next here. I know.
Point? Are we going to give them the point?
I noticed this and I wanted to point it out. Okay, look right here. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys are at or near the point. They're up ahead somewhere. And this guy's just leaving the spawn room with you. But watch what happens when you get to the point.
We are.
Watch this.
Exactly, we are, guys.
If this is the instance I'm thinking of, I hope it is.
Like that?
Okay, now you're charging up there. Now look at the kill feed. Lucio's dead. Okay, now you're getting up here. Okay, D.Va got demeched and killed. D.Va's dead. I don't know if this is the instance I was thinking of, actually. We'll have to see. Okay, now you're on the point. Genji just killed their Mercy. This isn't the time I was thinking of, so this is something else. Okay, yeah, you're starting to swing here, and there's really nothing there to swing at, but I'm not going to ride you too hard on that in this case, so let's just keep going. Okay, that's all right. The positioning is a little dicey here just because where is the rest of your team, right? They're kind of spread out. So you're moving up to the front. I like that, but there you go. You see that? You got up close and you stopped and you started walking backwards again. Your Genji's dead. I don't know that you could have helped him, but you could still help your D.Va. Okay, now what's this? You see? I mean, you barely lost any health. So I don't know why you went running off over here. You had full shield. You ran right through this Reaper here, who was in Wraith form. So let's see what happens. Now you're just kind of... Okay, you're in the back. Maybe you're hiding from the tire. That's fine. You've got your ult now. There's Baby D.Va up there. Okay, now there's another thing. Again, you're not going to land every one of these, but it seems like you could do a little better. Focus a little better, maybe. On what's happening, because you just totally missed that. But again, you're not going to land every one, so don't take it too hard. And you're dead.
Shit.
That happens. Everybody dies in this game.
Bad. Look at that.
Okay, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one I'm thinking of. I see one person up there in that general area. I can barely see that little chevron right there, but I don't see anybody else. I see one dead person, two dead people, and looks like one chevron of your team. Maybe this is the instance I'm thinking of here, but watch what happens. Okay, there's 4 dead guys right there. Look at the kill feed. Look at the kill feed. D.Va got rezzed. Junkrat died. Mercy died. Lucio died. Genji died. Like, basically, your whole team died right there, except D.Va might still be alive somewhere. Let me see. Maybe, yeah. So watch what happens here.
Shouldn't have been in there. Should not have been in there.
And now D.Va's dead. Okay, so your whole team is dead. See, this is game awareness right here. And watch what you do. And even funnier, listen to what you say. You think this is a great act of skill on their part, but watch this. I'm going to see if I can stop this at the right time. It's tricky, but you can see it here for a split second. Right there. Right there. There is your whole team. If you can see that. Let's see. Right here. Inside that circle, if you can see those chevrons, that is your entire team in the spawn room. Okay? So you went onto that point by yourself, literally, all by yourself against all 6 of their team. Okay? Just pointing that out. Listen what you say. So you get killed. Listen what you say.
Yeah, I got squeezed, man. That was a pretty good teamwork.
Pretty good teamwork by them when you basically gave them a 1v6 there.
The opposing team,
You literally gave them a 1v6. And your team got there and rezzed you. Okay. And then, you missed another charge, Now that's, that positioning's okay. I'm not going to bust your balls over that. I mean, you got somebody up here, you got somebody back here. Obviously, and you got somebody in the middle, so that's not bad what you're doing there. Okay, and you're punishing that Ryan. That's good. That's good. You were trying to kill him. That's good work. That's what you should be doing. Now that charge, again, I don't know what that was about. I see you do that a lot. Like, you'll charge 2 of the payload when it's only, like maybe as far from here to this wall or less. And personally, I mean, unless you're in overtime and you're trying to, get to the payload you have to get to or get on the point, I think that's wasted motion. Because you could always use that charge. That charge is one of your weapons. And if you don't have it, if it's on cooldown, if you're just like charging to get to the payload and it's not really, you know, time critical in the sense of overtime or something, you're kind of just throwing away, you know, a weapon there. So, but that was overtime and you were charging onto the point, so I don't know that I can hold that against you. I do see you do that a lot. Oops, I actually muted that. Okay, let's see. Okay, think about positioning now. You're still in the back line here, basically, right? I mean, the front line is over here somewhere, you know, around kind of around this corner here where the other stairs are. And you got squishies out in front of you here that are, you know, this guy's almost dead. This guy's almost half health. And, you know, so let's see what you do here. I didn't even watch the end of this, so I don't even know if this was a win or a loss. I'm going to guess it was a loss, being they have 99%. It's an overtime, but maybe you guys turned it around. Let's see. Okay, you were moving up front there. Look, you got basically full health, right? You're only what is that? 22 down on health, full shield, and yet you're running in here like to hide or something, I guess. You know, that's counterproductive, man. I mean, that's, you know, come on. You're the Reinhart with the giant shield, man. Like the biggest character in the game, basically. And now you're just shielding yourself in there. Okay, I see she was ulting, and that's not horrible because that ult goes through your shield. So, you know, maybe I spoke a little too soon there in that case. You know, it's good that you got out of the way of that. I'll have to give you that one too. Let's see what happens once it ends. Okay, you're moving up. That's good. Smacking the Reaper. That's good. Nice, nice. You shut down his ult right there when you killed him. Let's see. Yeah, you did kill him too. Good job. Good job. Let's see. Okay, nice. That was good. That was all good there. That was good stuff. And I take back what I said about you hiding there. I didn't realize she was ulting at that time. So that was understandable to do that. Now this right here, I'm not sure. That seems like wasted motion to me. Just swinging that hammer around. I mean, obviously it's a reset for them. Yeah, that's up to your discretion if you want to do that, I guess. But there it is. There it is again. You know, I would rather be shielding my team than just swinging kind of aimlessly there myself. Now see, look at the positioning again, man. Whoops, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Let me see if I can find out where we were there. Shit. I rewound the thing completely. It's somewhere up in here. Let's see. Now this is I went too far. I'm not far enough actually.
Shit, shit.
That might have been not too far. Let's see. How about? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, is this where you hide from the Moira? Okay. Okay, that was that. I'm sorry, I went too far back here. Let me see.
That was a pretty good teamwork.
Yeah, pretty good teamwork. When you went in there 1v6, that's that one again. Okay, now you charge on the point again. That's okay. It was overtime. You wanted to get on the point. I get that. That's fine. And then, okay, there. You're hiding from that ult. That's fine. That's, you know, you don't want to get hit by that. Okay, now what happens here? Okay, you're getting the Reaper. That's good. That's good. Knock his head in. You know, good job there. Nice. You shut down his ult. We're going over this again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I accidentally rewound the video there. Okay. Nice. See, that was good stuff. That was all good stuff, man. That was good stuff. Be encouraged. Now this again. You know, just the aimless swinging. I don't know. That feels a little questionable, I suppose. I would rather be standing up there, you know, maybe shielding my team or something, you know, than just kind of swinging aimlessly. I guess I've already said that. I apologize. But okay, more swinging. Just kind of swing. Okay, here comes the junk tire. Boom, it's done. Okay, now again, here's positioning. See, see these three guys up ahead of you, you in the back. Not good.
I will watch over you.
So you seem to want to just hang at the back of the group, which is not what Reinhart should do. He should be up in front. Generally, 90% of the time, I would say. Okay? And now here you are, just hanging back, see? Just hanging back, hanging back. Look, there's even Baby Diva was up there in front of you, man. Damn. Okay, that was good. That was a good Earth Shatter. You got a couple there? Let's see what happens. Charge. Oh, no. That was not good. You went too deep. I hope you get back. See this swinging? I think, as most characters, if you're shooting, and I'm going to guess that it's true with Reinhart. You know, again, I'm not as experienced with Reinhart as I could be, but I'm guessing that you move slower. I know you do when you're holding your shield. I'm not sure when you're swinging, but that's one thing to think about. You have to check that out. But I'm thinking, you know, you could have got back to your team and shielded him here, if you may possibly faster, if that's true with Reinhart, than just swinging aimlessly, kind of aimlessly there. All right, you got the mercy. That's good. That's good. That's excellent. Taking this Reaper down, almost had him. Okay, now let's see. Let's see what you do here. Positioning. Okay, Moira's coming at you. Okay, you're kind of just running around. You're going after him though. Okay, nice. Got Reaper. Going after Moira. She got away, I guess. You guys did get the point, though. This could be, you guys could win this. Like I said, I didn't watch this one to the end. I just watched part of it, and I thought it might have some good points I could bring up for you here. Okay, but again here, you know, here's the area that the enemy's coming from. You know, I see squishies, and you're kind of like in the mid range here, but you're still not up here. Let me mark that. Try to be clear. You're still not up here, you know? The old pink there. That's a horrible color, isn't it? Let me get a different one. How about orange? You're not up here, you know, but by these steps, which is where I would think you should be, because that's generally where they come from, right? That's the main way in. Now they can flank and stuff, but still, you know, if you're up here, your squishies can get behind your shield. Where you are, they're in front of your shield, so they're kind of out of luck. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not great, but not bad. What you're positioning there. I mean, you know, we see. Let's see. Whoops, it got kind of away from me there. Okay, here we go. Swinging the hammer in the back, full health, full shield. Squishy's out in front of you. Probably going to take some damage. Or very well, possibly take some damage there. Okay, now look at here again. You're 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody but one of your guys is in front of you, and I mean you're pretty seriously far back too. You're not like just behind him. You know, you're a good distance behind him there.
Oh, this is my jam.
See, that's definitely a problem, man. The positioning. I think if you improve that, you'll do better, man. I really do. I think you'll. Now, okay. Okay. Looks like you guys could come back and win this one. Okay, more swinging. Just okay. That's what Reinhart does to some extent. So you know, yeah, you got somebody too. Good job. Good job. You hammered down after the Rhine was dead. That was, you know, obviously redundant. Wasted your ult, basically. Okay. Yeah, I would have the shield up so you at least have that chance of. And I want to commend you on. I've noticed in a lot of your streams you're able to spin at the last minute and block that Junkrat tire. That's excellent, man. That's excellent. I've seen you do that many times now. So that's what I would do, I guess. You know, if you hear that tire coming, is just get your shield up and get ready to hopefully be able to spin, you know, move and block it. Unfortunately, you just got overwhelmed there. I don't know, by probably just, you know, no fault of your own, I don't think, but they just overwhelmed you there. So let's see what happens with this kill feed. Oh, and I mentioned this before, and I guess I'll mention it again. You know, it often can help give you information in what's happening in the game if you hit spacebar after you die. Now, it's also good sometimes to watch the kill cams, especially like if you don't know how you died. Like what happened there? I want to see what happened. That can be beneficial too. But if you hit that spacebar as soon as you die, you can left click and right click through your team and see what is happening in the game after you died. It'll go to a third person view of the other guys in your team if there's anybody's alive, and you know, sometimes that'll give you, oh, I see this guy's over here. Sometimes like you'll even see things like, oh, there's their shield generator. You know, you'll see things that get information about the game. That's just something to think about by doing that, by hitting space bar and then left clicking or right clicking through your team. Anyway, let's continue here. Yeah, he just got in there, man, and got you. They double teamed you there. Not much you could do. And there you lost that one. So, yeah, man, I mean, you know, those are some things to think about. You know, I don't want to go on ad nauseum here, but just those basic positioning ideas and whatnot, you know, trying to stay in front of your squishies and not be in the back. That's really bad, being in the back. It's kind of like the antithesis of what Reinhardt's supposed to be with his shield. So I'm just, you know, I hope to try and help you get out of bronze. And I think you can do it, man, if you just maybe think about some of these things that I'm saying here. I've spent, as you know, I've spent too much time in this game and watching videos about strategy in this game. And so hopefully you know, this advice will help you in some way. And I guess I'll post this like privately on YouTube or something and give you the link so only you can see it if you want. Check it out. And I can do more of these if you want, you know. I've noticed some things with Torb that maybe I could help you with, and I'll just mention those right here since we're doing this right now. A couple things I've noticed with Torb. One thing I've noticed is your aim is often questionable. Let's just say, you know, it's often like you're shooting at the ground, or you just seem to be holding left click as you're moving. You know, which I can understand to a point, but I think you need to try to focus a little more on your aim with Torb if you can. You know, try to be a little more, I don't know, what's the word, you know, like purposeful, I suppose, with your aim, maybe, rather than just, you know, kind of randomly firing constantly in any direction. I would try to, you know, think about where the enemy is, have your crosshair, you know, near the horizon. You're often like looking down at the ground or something. Keep your crosshair up, you know, so that you can be ready to fire if you have to. Another thing I've noticed is, and honestly, it almost makes me wonder if you even know about this, but I often notice when you're Torb that there's scrap laying around and you don't go and get it. You just seem to like just ignore it. You know, scrap helps him build his armor. The more scrap you get, the faster your armor is built up. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I've so many times watching your streams, I see armor laying all around and you just kind of ignore it. You don't run into it to pick it up. Now, sometimes it's dangerous. Sometimes it's in a place you don't want to go. But anyway, I wanted to mention that. Was there anything else? I don't know. I don't know if I can think of anything offhand. I can try and do a Torb video if you want. If you think it'd be helpful. I guess I'll stop this now. Darn this thing. And let's see. X out of that. And I'm going to go over here and stop this. And I hope this was helpful in some way, man. I really do. And good luck, man. I hope you get out of bronze soon.